If you click on this video, it's not by chance, this is God's will. According to God, today He will let you see the dawn of the day star coming into your heart. I am making my presence known to you inside and on you. As the Father says, I will arrive in my saints before I come for my saints. The world will honor and praise me. As the world gets ready to be judged, you are rising in my grace to be a tool and judge of that kindness for other people. Your mind, your soul, and your body are being changed by me. It is my pleasure to give you back the thing you bought so that your death may be devoured by life. The life I give you today should be a gift you give to everyone, even those who don't seem worthy or worth it. The Father supports love that doesn't depend on anything. Give love freely and in large amounts, just like I have loved you. Let your love grow and be freely given to those in your line of sight today. By accepting love, you are guaranteed to be successful, because my love is always there. What makes someone pull away from love? When you leave love, you fall apart, feel inadequate, and deny what you need. Stay close to my love. Stay close to my heart. Today, God says that He is a God of many kinds. In any way, my process and goal are not staying the same. The people who say I can't or won't only show that they are members of the assembly of the clueless. Embrace the idea of my sovereignty, the Father tells them. Commit yourself to a purpose that is driven by love instead of doctrine. As of today, I'm starting a campaign to get you out of the muck of doing nothing and into the miraculous world of the extraordinary. The Father says, in fact, I have a committee on methods and resources. I have the power to shape and end people's lives, and I am keeping my word in yours. There is no way that you will be left out or forgotten. Accept the life-changing changes I've been making this season. You won't sink or fail because I'll be with you through the rough spots of change and transition to make sure you make it to the other side safely. God says today, I am lifting the cloud of hopelessness that is over you. I'm taking away your sadness and filling your heart with all of my joy. Despair makes it harder to reach greatness. My promise is complete happiness. Absolute peace is what I promise. My promise is that my perfect self, Christ, will live inside you and show itself to the world through you. Now, let your heart regain the higher level of awareness that people in the past had, which will help you find your way through the refined realm of my possibilities. The Father says, I am not a no God, I am a yes God. This means that the gift has been recognized. Yes, I agree with the rule. Acceptance of happiness, possibility, and change. Accept my confirmation in your life, and the unhindered kindness of my Spirit will remove any problem that might keep you from being eligible. Rejoice, says the Father, for I am ending your despair and restoring your dominance in my domain. According to Jesus Christ, His main goal at this time is to make you aware of the Christ within you. The Son showed us how to live the Christ life, and I want you to live the Christ life and enjoy the rights and benefits that Christ inside you gives you. Please understand that this is my deepest desire, says the Father. My goal and passion is to make Christ visible in you until my Son is clearly and precisely reflected in you. 2,000 years ago, the holy bloodshed fed the essence of your heart with the potential of my own. The priceless blood took away all the things that were stopping Christ from appearing in you. I don't want you to be just a little Christian, which is what old pagans called people who followed me. God the Son should fully appear until the end of time on earth, letting the heavenly beauty of eternity shine from the divine in your face so that everyone you meet can recognize and understand Jesus Christ as an epistle. As of today, Jesus Christ says, I have given you the power to make changes in your life. Understanding how much freedom I have given you through the power of the cross is a key sign of growth in my kingdom. Things that man did after the fall tied him down even more. When you gave your life over to me, I gave you the power to stop the downward spiral and start going up toward a life full of gifts instead of problems. The Father wants you to make a choice today to give up the deteriorating way of thinking and expecting things to go. Train your mind to expect things to get better. You are meant to rise above lack, sadness, sickness, and any other feelings of being a victim or being confined. In my land, where you live, everything works to help you grow instead of hurting you. My only goal with you is to win my full favor, so if you saw the whole picture, it would almost seem impossible. The Father said that I am a good God. You are about to find out how much of an effect I want to have on your life. Today, you will find the weak spot in the shields of your enemies. You will see that the threats against you were received and that their plan to hurt you completely failed. You are entering an area that can't go wrong. Are you all set? Through my Spirit, you have the right and power to walk in victory. Today, God tells you that the gavel of justice has struck in your favor. You are righteous, and your place in my kingdom is secure. It is my job as a God to judge the good and hold anger against the bad every day. Do you understand where your justice comes from? Your righteousness is not based on what you do or how religiously you follow the rules. I set up His character as the basis of your righteousness before me by sending the Son. By doing this, I became both your vindicator and your judge. The decision has been made in your favor. Do not be afraid, says the Father. When you chose to trust me, all my anger went away, and I gave you my favor. I'm not mad at you or disappointed in you. You are now in the land of my beloved Son, having been moved from the realm of darkness. You are the recipient of my love. I'm ready to do something for you, which shows how much the Son loves you. The argument is over because I have proven your position to be correct and agreed that you are legally entitled to your gift through the blood of the Son. Today, God is telling you that He is leading you past the problems of cause and effect and into the deepest parts of His Spirit. Deep calls to deep, says the Father. I will pull you into a new intimacy from the depths of my presence. It is present and reachable if you choose not to think about it and instead move toward the subtleties and undertones of what I'm saying to your spirit. My voice emerges from these depths, says the Father. You have asked for my voice, and I am drawing you near to the resonance of my words both around and inside you. My voice echoes like many seas, and while other people hear only the background noise of their thoughts, you can hear my knowledge and purpose for you, even into the future. I'm not going to do anything until I talk to you, drowning out your thoughts and the noise of other people's opinions so that you can hear me clearly, which is both my purpose and my goal. Head down to the point where your toes can't reach the bottom. Drop until you can't float in natural elements any longer, and then jump off the continental shelf into the depths of my essence that you can't even imagine. I'll be waiting for you there, my darling. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family, and write Amen in comment. God says today, I am bringing about a change in the way the world is governed. It's getting lighter and lighter in the land of darkness. People will no longer talk about the leaders of humanity. They will be forgotten. My peace and leadership, on the other hand, will last forever. My power and realm are made up of my governance. This is the idea I've planted in your mind and am now spreading to every part of your life. I have taken you to this realm, which is the land of my affection. The power of love is what makes my rule strong, says the Father. The power and authority of my kingdom come from my love, which is what makes me who I am and what I do. Today, understand my love, says the Father, and enjoy it to the fullest. Take a deep breath and feel my pity for you. This will give you an unending source of strength that will affect all of your problems. According to the Father, this is the plan for my rule and the passion of my heart. I will give your life all the riches of love. Today, God tells you that you can get to His ark of safety. It's not an ark made of wood or a building made of stone and plaster. Within myself, there is a wall of fire around you that stops any evil from coming in and threatening your life. The Father says, trust, rest, and be happy, for I will send my angel to walk with you at night and fight for you during the day. I will not let any person or demon hurt or destroy even the tiniest part of your life, for I am your great defender. Don't pay attention to the enemy's empty threats. It seems like his threats are less meaningful the more noise he makes. I will make sure you know about all of his plans. I will let you know at the right time so you can avoid the enemy's trick. The Father tells you that you are going into spiritual territory that hasn't been explored before and that there will always be big problems and obstacles. I will cause them to fall apart and disappear, just like the fake stories they represent. I am the truth and the one who will never change. If you understand this at the core of your being, you will not waver or fail. As of today, Jesus Christ says, I am moving you into deeper levels of calling in time. The Father says, you have heard my voice. Some people said it was just thunder, but you heard my voice. Others only saw my hand as a sign of divine power, but you saw it for yourself. Time and tasks have changed, and I now have a clearer idea of what I'm here to do. You must get rid of any tendency toward pretense or cynicism because you have seen how people lie and trick others into thinking they play a role they don't have. Now is the time for my honesty and usefulness to depend on you, which will lead you to the King's advice. The Father says that people you have never thought of yourself as facing will choose you to make decisions in their lives. Even if they don't realize it, they will use your words to get away from the enemy because they help them get out of nothingness and stagnation and into new life. Don't worry that they won't see my wisdom in what you say. Keep in mind that progress comes from my authority, and what has been kept secret will be shouted from the rooftops. Today is a strange day. A time of grace is coming up during which the honor of my courts will be clear in your life as a testament that can't be disputed. Today, God says that his angel is over the threshing floor in Ornan. When King David saw the angel holding up a drawn sword over the city, he put on sackcloth. The destruction of the city was stopped by what David did next. Are you aware that you have the power to control and order angels? I made you a little less perfect than angels, but I also gave you a glory that no angel can understand. The only thing angels can say when they see the glory I have given you is, "Holy, holy, holy." The Father tells you to be aware that a holy and powerful process is happening inside you, and the stakes are higher than you may realize. Tonight, I'll show you where the angel with the sword drawn is above your city, your church, and your close group. What you do next will change everything. The Father says that when someone worships with humility, heaven and earth change and rearrange themselves. Now is the time to rise above, go beyond, and carry out my plans in your area, says your God. God is proclaiming today that He is taking you further into His presence. Today, the Father urges you to deliberately choose to rest in my presence to such an extent that you discover within your inner self a state that can only be described as fearless. Are you aware that you hold fearlessness within you? Even when you close your eyes to pray, your soul is still open. If you let yourself see, you will find the fearless spirit inside you that looks like yourself. Do not be afraid, says the Father. Do not worry about the worries of other people who are desperately trying to build and wrap themselves in the illusion of an unattainable identity. Accept that the growth of my oneness is already inside you. Accept the bravery and confidence that people with less than stellar views will see as foolishness and assumption. My understanding is different from yours, and so are my thoughts. This is true, yet, my reflections consistently traverse and engage with the concepts within you that stem from your finitude and perception of limitation. Permit that loving touch to liberate your true self from the deceptive beliefs of limitation and elevate you into the core of who I am inside you. This is your share, says the Father. This is the key to the closeness with me that you have been seeking in my presence. Today, God says that He is announcing growth over you. The Father says that the conditions for your gift will not be set by other people's views or even your own. I'm making room inside you for my Shekinah gift to live bigger and better. During the day, don't let things that happen to you or other people's lack of interest affect your sense of self-worth. My beloved child, you are the apple of my eye, says the Father, and every part of your life is very important to me. The Father says that you are not unimportant in my kingdom. You are not just a number in a cosmic database or a faceless person in a crowd. Today, my whole breath of blessing and growth is upon you, because this makes my heart happy. My constant focus on your life shows how good I am, since all of my anger was directed at my Son at the cross. I am not mad at you, and I have not turned away from you. Forget about the past. Give gifts, forgive, and set people free. Go ahead. Welcome the new day, where my blessings are waiting for you without limits or changes. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. God says, today I am calling you out of religious hypocrisy and into spiritual honesty. The cliches and ways of coping that come from religious dogma are not real answers to your problems. I am the I am, and I am now bringing you complete freedom from the weakness, illness, and sadness that have sometimes followed you around like a stalking horse. Let me readjust your mind, spirit, and body to the new model of power and dominance over all hostile forces. As soon as I touched down on Earth, I joined a world of limitation, pain, and lack. I didn't have anywhere to put my head down. I went through sadness. I went through all of this for you so that I could ascend and give you the chance to ascend with me. I live inside you, and you are in the same place with me in the celestial worlds. I don't have any problems because nothing in heaven or on earth can stand up to my power. I have power over you and through you. I am your king or queen. The Father says, I have paid the full price for your healing, provision, and deliverance. Today, choose to have an attitude of ruling and reigning instead of one of suffering and lacking. This is the beginning of every answered prayer and the change from trouble to the gifts you asked for from me. Today, God says, I am telling you to wake up to your rights. Know that you have a right to be in my kingdom and that every promise in my word is backed up by my endless resources. Being that I have no limits means that you do too. Given that the Father says He is not limited by time, you are not either. People have said that I am the God of time and forever. This is true in your life and the universe as a whole. Aspirations have come up and been dashed by the passage of time, and you have seen vows made and broken. The Father says that your focus on the present will no longer cause you to break my word. Today, tell yourself, since my Father has time, I have time too. Time doesn't limit me. Being in the continuum of infinity instead of the limits of human biology is what I feel. Always and every day, remind yourself of this. The Father tells you that you will live and not die. The time you spend on earth will be longer. The Lord says, you will live and prosper, proclaiming my righteousness even in your old age. You will experience longevity and health that are beyond what normal people have. That you are mortal and subject to death is not all there is to you. You are also a receiver of my life, which is showing itself in you right now. God is saying today, I have written my mark on you. Just as my servant David said, I have chosen you today, says the Father. You have been named a blessing. You have been chosen by me to end the fight and denial. I have blessed you, and the angels who are supposed to help you are figuring out your spiritual coordinates so that you can receive a gift that is beyond your wildest dreams. I chose Cain to be punished, but I chose you to be blessed, says the Father. I have decided that from now on, my favor will be bestowed upon you in a new way. People in your area have been after you to ruin your happiness and future. These arrows are the evil one's weapons meant to start fires, and they will miss their target. You won't be turned down. You won't have to wait around. Your God and friend says, you will find and achieve the successful future I have planned for you since the beginning of time. Today, God tells you that I will do for you what you do for other people. Are you ready for a big change in how quickly my word comes true in your life? Divine favor and success can and will happen faster for you, but you are the key factor that makes the difference. Go out and find someone that you will have a huge effect on, not just on the surface, but in a way that will change them. Bring your tools to the table. Spend some time helping. Help me by opening your heart until you see the light come out and the person I lead you to win. I made it possible for your breakthrough to happen in the life of the person you bless. These things, your words, your kindness, and your gifts, help other people, and I also help you with these things. How you treat the person I tell you to help will set the stage for my benefits to come into your life. So, act quickly, teach the Father, and reach out your hand freely. The speed and scope of what I'm about to do for you will depend on the quality and type of gifts you give to other people. The holdup is over. Your quick reaction to the word of release is what changed them and is helping you make progress right now. Today, God says that your gift will be found in places other than religious observance. You should not care what other people think about the choices you make. The Apostle Paul said that being judged by other people was pointless, and he refused to be judged until I arrived and told him what I planned to do. The Father says, I am leading you and correcting you when I need to. You must disagree with those who want you to follow their ideas and instructions. For there is only one command: do what you see the Father doing. Listening to my voice and making choices based on what it says is necessary for divine progress and making the breakthroughs you thought were impossible. Today, God told me that amazing is what I do without thinking about it. As the God of extraordinary events, what I've done in your life can only be called deeply remarkable. Do you like being shocked? Surprising someone comes as a sudden event. The angels who have been assigned to you and who are always aware of my presence are bringing all of my suddenness into your life. My child, dear and precious one, take comfort and strength today in the knowledge that I am here and working hard to make a sudden change in your life and the tough situations you are facing. Please come this way, kid. Come up to me and lay your head on my shoulders. Feel the comfort and safety of my hug as my arms wrap around you. As I hold you close, I'm changing and shifting the things that didn't seem to respond to prayer, faith, or belief. This is how it feels when I suddenly love you, my darling. Take a deep breath in and take in the pure spirit of my love for you. The Father says that a new day has begun. A new day of surprising and certain freedom under my rule. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.